Hey Commanders fans! Welcome back to Commanders HQ, your #1 source for everything Washington Commanders. As always, we're here to bring you the latest news, rumors, and in-depth analysis on our team. Before we dive into today's story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Your support helps us grow and continue delivering top-tier Commanders content. Now, let's get into it. One of the biggest shocks of the offseason came when the Washington Commanders decided to part ways with veteran defensive tackle Jonathan Allen. After spending 8 seasons in Washington, the former first-round pick was released as part of the team's new vision under the front office and coaching staff. Now, Allen has finally broken his silence on his departure, reflecting on his time with the franchise and looking ahead to his new opportunity with the Minnesota Vikings. "The NFL is a business," Allen said in a recent interview. "It's very hard to play your entire career with one team." That's a sentiment we hear often from players, but it still stings for fans who have watched Allen be a rock on the defensive line since he was drafted in 2017. Through the ups and downs, coaching changes, and front office shifts, Allen was a leader both on and off the field. Last season, Allen helped lead the Commanders to their best record since 1991 with a 12-5 finish and a trip to the NFC Championship game. Despite his impact, the new regime made it clear they wanted to move in a different direction. A new regime came in. They had a path they wanted to follow, and I wasn't a part of that, Allen admitted. "I gotta give them credit for doing me a favor by releasing me when they did. No bitterness, no resentment, just a veteran acknowledging the business side of the game and embracing his next challenge." Allen didn't stay on the market for long. Shortly after his release, he signed with the Minnesota Vikings, a team that was quick to capitalize on Washington's decision. Allen is now looking forward to playing under head coach Kevin O'Connell, a familiar face from his early days in Washington. "Things just didn't work out for whatever reason, but I'm super excited, super excited to be part of this new team," Allen shared. "Minnesota is getting a dominant presence in the trenches, and with their defensive scheme, Allen should fit right in." With Allen gone, the Commanders will need to rely on other defensive linemen to step up. The team has already been active in reshaping its roster, but replacing a player of Allen's caliber won't be easy. That brings us to our next topic: how Washington can take advantage of Jayden Daniels' rookie contract to strengthen the rest of the roster. One of the biggest advantages in today's NFL is having an elite quarterback on a rookie contract. The Commanders struck gold with Jayden Daniels, who proved in his rookie season that he's already one of the top quarterbacks in the league. Here's the kicker: Washington doesn't have to pay him big money until 2029. That means the front office has a 4-year window where they can load up the roster with star talent without worrying about an expensive QB contract. This is the same formula that teams like the Kansas City Chiefs and Cincinnati Bengals used to build championship-caliber squads around Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow in their early years. The reigning offensive rookie of the year, and one of the dozen or so most impactful players in the sport, is merely the 25th highest-paid player at his position, said Bleacher Report contributor Brad Gagnon. This is a massive opportunity for the Commanders to capitalize on. And to their credit, they've already started to make moves, trading for Laremy Tunsil, a franchise left tackle to protect Daniels for years to come. Acquiring Deebo Samuel, a dynamic playmaker who will make Daniels' job easier. Adding Marshawn Lattimore, a shutdown corner who solidifies the secondary. With Daniels' contract taking up only a small fraction of the team's salary cap, the Commanders should continue to go all in by adding elite talent across the board. Washington has already proven they can compete. They were just 1 game away from the Super Bowl last season. Now, it's about taking that final step. Investing in a dominant defense. Losing Allen is a setback, but Washington can still bolster the front 7. Giving Daniels more weapons, a deep wide receiver core will only make him better. Strengthening the offensive line. Keeping Daniels upright should be a top priority. This window won't last forever. Once Daniels gets paid like a superstar QB, the Commanders won't have the same flexibility in roster construction. That's why this offseason and the next few years are so crucial. Washington fans have been waiting years to find a true franchise quarterback. The Commanders have seen plenty of instability at the position, cycling through players like Kirk Cousins, Alex Smith, and Carson Wentz. But after selecting Jayden Daniels in last year's draft, Washington finally has their guy. Daniels exceeded all expectations as a rookie, leading the Commanders to a 12-5 record, 2 playoff victories, and an appearance in the NFC Championship game. That's not just good, it's historic for a first-year quarterback. And let's not forget, he was also named Offensive Rookie of the Year. Daniels showed poise beyond his years, making clutch plays, leading game-winning drives, and proving that he has all the tools to be an elite quarterback for years to come. His mobility, accuracy, and ability to extend plays make him a nightmare for opposing defenses. Washington finally has its answer at the most important position in football. So, how does the Commanders' quarterback situation stack up against the rest of the NFL? Well, according to Bleacher Report's Mo Moton, Washington's QB room is one of the most stable in the league. Moton recently ranked all 32 quarterback rooms based on a panic scale from 1 to 10, where 1 means there's absolutely zero panic, and 10 means it's time to hit the red button and start making emergency calls. And guess what? Washington scored a 1. Yep, no panic at all when it comes to the quarterback position. Here's what Moton had to say. Daniels put on a show last year. Between his game-winning drives and the well-deserved accolades, he had one of the best rookie seasons for a quarterback in NFL history. Washington made a reasonable decision to re-sign Marcus Mariota, who saw some action while Daniels battled a rib injury in October and in the last week of the season. Now, let's talk about Marcus Mariota. A lot of people overlook the backup quarterback position, but having a solid veteran behind your starter is crucial. And Washington made a smart move bringing Mariota back. When Daniels suffered a rib injury early in the season, Mariota stepped in and handled business. He also got the start in Week 18 and led the Commanders to a huge win over the Dallas Cowboys. That victory helped Washington secure a high playoff seed and gave the fan base a memorable way to close out the regular season. Mariota is a perfect fit in Cliff Kingsbury's offense. He's a mobile quarterback with experience and a high football IQ. While nobody wants to see Daniels go down, it's reassuring to know that the Commanders have a reliable and experienced backup who can step in and keep the offense moving. 4. The first time in a long time, the Washington Commanders have zero quarterback drama. No controversy, no uncertainty. No desperation trades for aging veterans. Just stability at the most important position in the sport. And let's be honest, this isn't just a short-term fix. If Daniels continues on his current trajectory, the Commanders won't have to worry about quarterback play for the next decade. That's a dream scenario for any franchise, and Washington fans should be fired up about what's to come. Jonathan Allen may be gone, but Washington still has a bright future ahead. The team is in win-now mode, and if they play their cards right, they could be lifting the Lombardi Trophy sooner rather than later. But now, I want to hear from you, Commanders fans. How do you feel about Jonathan Allen's departure? What do you think Washington should do next to maximize Jayden Daniels' rookie contract? Do you believe the Commanders can win a Super Bowl within the next 4 years? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. And as always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest Commanders news. Thanks for watching, and HTTC.